Hi everyone! Tequila Talk Tuesday. And as always, let's add our gorgeous Jenna. But very, very excited. This is Hi!
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. How was your drive?
Fine. Can you hear me okay with this?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's better?
Yeah, it sounds better. It
Okay.
sounds better.
Okay, well that's good. That's good.
Yeah. At least we can hear you.
Yeah, my drive was good. It was good. Here's my dog. Oh, where is he? Can you see him? No.
No,
It's
he
fine.
decided to.
Oh, it's
Oh,
all good.
your mom says you sound good, so
Oh, well
that's good.
that's good. Trying something new.
Perfect. I
I'll
like it.
sit up. There we go. There. We can see now.
Oh, I love that. Oh, hi. Oh my God, I
Oh,
caught your live.
yay, hi. She
That's
said she's like
awesome.
usually always working, so that's good.
I mean, to be fair, this is a very obscure time to do to do a live, but like it works. Oh,
It
by the way,
works.
cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, cheers.
I needed one that like matched me and like matched all the pinkness today.
Yeah,
So
your hair looks, or your hair. I mean, your hair looks good, but your makeup looks really good.
this was like 5 minutes of me doing my makeup today.
I
So
like
hey,
it.
to keep the Talk Tuesday fam, look at, are you ready? Look at all the gorgeousness. It's all Jenna. I went and saw Jenna today. I caved. Mom, I caved. Um,
Have a drink for
I
me. I'm gonna.
aw. Um, so I'm gonna apologize just like in advance right now, just because there's a lot of noise going on right now. Jerry is doing our windows, and so
Oh, I can't
um,
hear anything,
perfect,
so
perfect.
that's good.
I hear
That's
it.
good.
I hear it. It's irritating. So
So
well,
the have a drink for me, I need it comment. I feel like we all feel that way this week, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about today.
yeah. Today was like literally just it was very aligned in like everything that we talked about at your salon and in things that you and I like did on the weekend, and it was just very aligned. It was
Yeah,
very aligned.
it was much needed. We were definitely
Yeah.
feeling like I don't know if overwhelmed is the right word, but there was a lot going on. And it was my
Mhm.
birthday. It was my birthday on Monday. And so I didn't really want to do anything. I wasn't really planning on doing anything, but my boyfriend surprised me with like a nice dinner with some friends. And it was like exactly what I needed, even though I didn't really
Yeah.
know that I needed it until after I did it. And I was like, I needed that time to just be me and be with my friends and just kind of disconnect for a little bit. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. Oh, happy late birthday. Thank you so much.
I feel you because like this, I mean, and you and I talked about it today. I just like things like with me just being like overly emotional and just like and you know what, you're right. Like overwhelming's not the right word, but it's more like I don't know, like misdirection. I don't know. I don't know what the word is. Yeah, like I don't know what the word is either. But I took the Sunday and I turned off my like basically ignored my phone and we just had like a veg day in our house watching movies and eating junk food and just like I mean obviously not good for you like health wise but like we just vegged. We just needed a veg day like my husband and I both. It's just been a lot. So yeah. I just feel like I don't even know. I'm
Yeah,
just very
it was time like there like okay, I'll talk about like my last week kind of leading up to this and why it felt like I really needed it. I feel and I you can probably relate to this, but I feel like being a hairstylist, you like you are so close and involved with someone, like you are in their personal space, you are in their bubble, and a lot of the time their energy really rubs off on me. And
yeah,
like most of the time I feel like I'm really good at like being positive and bubbly and everything else, but I had some challenging situations this week, and that it weighed heavy on me, like really really heavy. And
yeah,
I I had a moment this weekend where I was happy and grateful for my friends and my family and my loved ones, but I was just so like overrun with emotions that I cried. I just nothing particularly happened, but it just all kind of hit me at once. And I
Yeah.
kind of just had to let it out. And I don't know, it'd be interesting to see what other people do to kind of like let that energy go and drain that energy because, yeah, it was a lot and it was weighing heavily on me. And for me, I needed to have a good cry. I needed to have some drinks with my friends and I needed to go to Canmore and have a change of scenery.
Yeah, totally. Um, give me 1 second. I never do this, but give me a sec.
So it's just me. Just cry and have a drink. Yes, that very much was needed. I definitely had a good cry and had a couple drinks. And having another tequila today, I've consumed more tequila this past few days than I have in a long time.
Yeah. Well, I had a girlfriend come over last night and we drank a bottle of wine together. And it was definitely like we definitely needed like I just needed like events and like same thing, like just super emotional. And there hasn't been something like in particular that has happened either. More like emotional, almost like emotional overload and like I told you today, it's just like even my business and like things that are happening in my business, I don't know what direction to go in. I have these ideas and then imposter syndrome and it just like and there was all these things that and then like home life and then my husband being an entrepreneur and us trying to figure out his business and and it's been well and then actually I forgot to tell you this. I had parent teacher interviews with my kid's teacher and like we have to go see a developmental pediatrician because he's having some behavioral problems and it was just like it was just so much and I haven't had any particular like clientele give me like bad energy, but at the same time I also know that I'm going to be giving them my energy and I don't want to be that like I said today, I don't want to be that emotional drama filled client, and I don't want to give that to my clients either. So I think what it all boils down to is knowing what situations and what energies in order to focus on. Kaylee, how old is your kiddo? Well, he's turning 6 in August, and then I have a 2-year-old daughter as well. So he's just in kindergarten. But like that's why this topic was like, and we even debated not doing an episode today because of everything that was going on and just lots of the emotional well, and then you having to drive to Lethbridge and stuff like I just didn't want to overwhelm anybody.
Another background today. At least it's not a bathroom. It's an actual
Yeah.
house. So
I mean, to be fair, no one would have known it was a bathroom unless you had said it. So
I knew. I knew.
Jen, no. So I just think that like I think that it was just it like what was I gonna say? Oh God.
It was a lot. It was just a
There's a lot.
lot. We debated about not doing it, but I'm glad that
I'm
we
glad.
still did because I think it gives me I don't know, just like a chance to like get back into it, especially with taking, like we said, like talking about energies and knowing when to take that time to recharge. And like you intentionally did it, and I kind of like unintentionally did it, and then realized after the fact how much I needed that. So this
Yeah.
is a good way for me to get back into my routine. Um, yeah,
I
and
al-
so
I also think it shows like that it's our commitment too. Like we didn't give in to the energy of, oh, we're too overwhelmed today, we're not going to do it.
yeah,
I mean, we definitely talked about it, but I'm really happy that we didn't give in to that
yeah.
energy and sustained that energy because we love doing this. And I'm like, and I know for you too, like you get uh a great like you get like a great big high after we do it too.
Yeah.
Um,
Kaylee, I think it's actually going to be next Wednesday because it's Cinco de Mayo.
yes, fifth episode, May 5th, celebrating Cinco de Mayo in the fifth month. It's going to be amazing. What did
I'm
I say
so
today?
excited.
I said, Gubble bum. I'm like mixing up words today. Cinco de Mayo, or what did I just say? I don't even know. I don't even
Anyways,
know.
it's going to be fun, and Jerry and Pablo will be on here, and I'm excited to see I'm excited to see their input and how they, what their twist on things is. Ooh,
Yeah,
I'm cheating and watching from the nursing station. Have a tequila. Oh, it's going good, Gary.
yeah, yeah. Mine's like, I should have added more, to be completely honest.
I'm actually so surprised at how good this is. Like
Yeah.
I'm actually very surprised. It is very good.
Well, it's so funny because like I walked into Starbucks and I'm like, what is my favorite drink? What is it? I don't drink from Starbucks. Fuck, I don't know. So I just tried. I saw this thing and it was pink, and I'm like, perfect. It's
That
appropriate. It's
works.
gonna
Yeah.
happen. Yeah, totally.
Oh,
Um,
well, with us still doing like the episode and everything today, and yeah, like me driving to Lethbridge, it's and you, I talked about him today. Andy, oh, what is this? Tuning into Tequila Talk Tuesday and listening to Amber stumble over her words is my de-stressor. Glad you guys didn't fail. Yes. Love it.
I'm
Love
so
it.
glad I bring you joy.
Yeah, so Andy Frisella is like, and Kaylin can actually preach to this. Andy has created some programs that basically teach you to like cut out the excuses and cut the bullshit and just do it. And yeah, I feel like it makes me proud that we're still doing it
Yeah,
even when there's like so much else going on, because I don't know, not everyone would make the investment in it to keep
legit.
doing it.
I tell all of my girls every time I have a student or any sort of training or anything. I always tell them that what is going to set you apart from being uh unsuccessful and successful is your dedication to do it. You need, and that goes for anything. Like you'll hear like personal trainers too, that like when your mind says that you don't want to do it and you want to have a rest day, go work out anyway. It's that dedication that sets you apart. And so it's the same in business, like I don't want to post on Instagram. Okay, that's, but you want to stay consistent. You want to do it anyway. Even if you post about you having like being in a bad mood, do it. Like it's you, it's raw, but it's that dedication and that consistency that's going to set you apart. And I think that us not giving into the energy, and it was me, let's be serious, it was me wanting to like maybe take a break for a minute because just everything was overwhelming. I walked into your salon friggin' teary-eyed because I'm an emotional disaster lately. So it was
Hey,
um I'm just really glad that we didn't give into that energy. And we need to, and the whole reason why we wanted to do this episode is to even just share our tips on how we don't give into that energy, and how to recognize what energy is good and what energy is good for you.
yeah,
Those
100%. And that's where, like, for me, I usually like I feel like I go hard. I go super hard for like I don't know, definitely like a few weeks at a time, a month at a time, 2 months at a time, and then all of a sudden it just kind of starts to catch up with me, and I
Yeah,
always notice like when I start to become extra sensitive to all of the energies and emotions around me, I know I'm reaching that point of like
yeah,
needing to take a day, and like you don't need a lot of time. This isn't saying like chalk it off and take a full week off, whatever. It's just like figuring out like, do you need a day to go for a hike? Do you need a day to
yeah,
just be with your friends? Do you like, what do you need to do that's going to help recharge you? And for me, it totally depends on like the situation that I'm in, because some days I'm like, I don't want to do anything but sit in my bed with my dog and watch Netflix. And then there's
yeah,
other days that I'm like, no, I want to be social, especially now that we like can't even be social. And I'm starting to feel less guilty for that. And I don't know,
hmm,
like even getting together with my friends this weekend, there was like five of us, six of us, nothing crazy, but even feeling hesitant to talk about that, I that's starting to go away, because sometimes you need that social aspect. And even though my job is very social, it's a different sort of social need that I get from my friends
yeah,
compared to my clients, right? So yeah,
agreed.
addressing, yeah, what exactly you need, whether it's Netflix or hikes
Yeah.
or friends.
Exactly. I mean, I think and for me, I mean, I did this the other day, as you could like, and if anybody saw me dancing around to Ariana Grande on my reels, that was my recharge day, is that I felt really good that day, and I just needed something to keep me energized and keep me recharged, and that's what I did, and I felt great, and I was dancing around my house, and like and that energy is something that I hold. So that's what I do to recharge most of the time, because I mean, I don't go out a lot at all. I spend a lot of time with my family and with my kids and working on my business. And so, what recharges me is going and lifting weights, going and working out, doing a crazy or just dancing in my gym. Like honestly, I swear to God, like 75% of my workout is me dancing to my own music.
Nothing wrong
Um,
with that.
right? But I mean, it's sometimes like I feel like those are like the quick energy recharges, when you're like if you're ever in a shitty mood, like my biggest piece of advice is just to throw on your favorite dance music and just jump around, move, get your body moving, literally put yourself in a different situation. Because most of the time when you're upset and you're not like you're cuddled up in a, you're crouched over, you're huddled. And so to actually physically put yourself into a different situation and have the different music and dance around and physically move and change your energy, I think is so important, especially for me, because I that happens to me a lot, just because I don't change my environment. Like at least, what's nice is I walked into your salon today and I was like, this is such good energy, and it probably feels so good for you to walk into a place like that, because you're just like, this is my accomplishment, this is my place, like it's your place of business. And I even, because like yeah, because we talked today about imposter syndrome and me and my comparisons, because I work out of my house. I see my house every day. It's not a change of environment. And so the routine of becoming complacent, not putting on makeup, not changing the energy because you're in the same environment, you're in the same house, it gets very easy to do. And I think it's important that for any of the entrepreneurs out there that do work from home, to physically change your energy. Like every hour, just get up and do jumping jacks or something. Physically change your energy. And
Well,
that's my rant.
we used to do that in like elementary school. It was called like daily physical activity, that like I remember we had to get up, and it was called brain gym. We had to get up and like
Oh,
massage our collarbones and like rubber, I don't know, we had to do a bunch of crazy stuff, but it was, yeah, we did it like consistently throughout the day so that you would stay like engaged and focused. And
yeah,
it's like huge, especially now since so many people are working from home. I am
legit.
very grateful that I get to go to a different space. But yeah, like if you are at home all day, like, yeah, you need to do something to like make it feel different.
And I can't remember which culture does this. And I'm like, and it's either it's either Japan or China. I'm not sure. My uncle lived in Japan for a really long time, so I'm thinking it's Japan, but I'm not sure. But they actually have like citywide alarms that go off to get people to get up and move. Like it's like every 45 minutes or something like that. Like, and please, like if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me on like time and where it is. But like I'm pretty sure they have mandatory movement breaks in this country, because there are so many people, because it is a very high tech country. Like everybody's complacent, everybody's sitting, everybody's sedentary. Like you want to get up and move, and
Dance
all the
around.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, like music does make a huge difference. Like this morning, okay, so what day is it today? Monday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Tuesday. Okay. So yeah, yesterday we were in Canmore, and like spur of the moment decided to, spend the night in Canmore. And I was like, hey, that's fine. I just have to be back for 9 a.m. in Calgary, which isn't that bad. It's only an hour drive. But we definitely stayed up pretty late. Like we were up, and I don't know, I'm gonna say like at least midnight, which for me, anyone that knows me, I love my sleep. I go to bed at like 9 because I'm a morning
Yeah.
person. I'm not a night owl. And so for me, like I was a little bit sleepy on the drive home, but then as soon as I got home, I was like, okay, I have half an hour, gotta get ready. And I like jumped in the shower, And I put on freaking like rave music and I was like, let's
Yes.
go. And it really did. It totally changed my attitude. It made me pumped up for the day. And that's where I'm kind of like, I was dreading, I was like, oh, I'm going to be so tired when I drive home tonight. But doing these talks, like it excites me, it gets my brain moving, it gets me
Yes.
thinking about all the things that I want to do in my business and that I have to do. And yeah, so I'm like, oh, I'm kind of excited for the drive home because then I get to think about, okay, what do I all have to do this week? When can I get it done? And like, it's kind of
Yeah.
like a time to daydream a little bit too, which I like.
Yeah. Well, you get to literally create your own reality and what you want to see and in your head and then make it happen.
Totally.
Um, I kind of want to talk about like how to like just for a minute, like how to recognize bad energy. Not, and I can't say that because it's not necessarily bad, just energy that isn't serving you or your purpose. Because that's something that um and okay, so like disclaimer, you guys, like energy that doesn't serve you is going to be around you all the friggin' time. It's not something that goes away. The difference is whether or not you put your energy into it and you focus on it. And so one thing that I had this kind of not epiphany. What was the epiphany today? But you know, well, I don't know. Like you and I were just talking, and like I sent you this text. I sent you a text message like today, and you said, "Oh, like you're so sweet." But I was just like, no, no, no. Like that's the truth, though. Like you are so. When I look at someone like you are so driven, so inspirational, and so you're aligned with what you want to do, and you go out and you make it happen. And I would rather, and instead of me like sitting and saying like, oh, well, other people are doing this and I can't do this and I like, and imposter syndrome and all that, I would rather align my energy with someone like you who I can actually like and I mean, okay, I'm not unsuccessful. Let's be serious. I have a very good thriving business. I am very good at what I do. I've got multiple successful training programs, but I am human, I am emotional, and I definitely have all of those imposter syndromes and fears set in me. And so instead of me focusing on those energies that don't serve me, that are going to keep me down and keep me anchored because they don't make me feel good, they don't make me feel like the successful entrepreneur that I legit know that I am consciously. I would rather align myself with. It was when you were talking about making lists. That's what it was. When you were when we were making lists of accomplishments, and I just really it came to the realization that I don't want to focus on those things. Like, yeah, they're going to be there, but there's no point in me focusing on them. I'd rather align my energies with your energies or something similar to you just because they make me feel better, more motivated, terrified, but like, but good. So yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
and that's so anyone. So if you ever deal with imposter syndrome, basically I was listening to this podcast. I think it was Jimmy Rex. Anyways, he went to whatever mastermind and they said if you're ever struggling with this and you're feeling like insecure about things and that you don't belong, to make a list and make that list of all of your accomplishments, no matter how big or how small. Make a list of your accomplishments and then read them off as if you're reading them about someone else, and it'll help you to understand like, okay, you should be feeling confident and proud of yourself because look at what you've achieved. And if you sit at that list and you realize that you haven't really done anything, then stop making excuses and do something, like get out there
Start
and do
adding to
it.
the list.
Start
Yeah.
adding to that list. And I just think like I am always trying to surround myself with people that know more than me, that are more successful to me, and figuring out what is successful to me so that I can search for that. And then it's then like I feel like then I attract it. And that's such a
Yes.
huge one, is really being picky about the people you surround yourself with, because like I've had people in my life where all they do is bitch about work and like the people they work with, and I'm like, well then quit your fucking job. Like if you don't like it, quit your fucking job. And they're like, well no, I can't do that. And it's like, don't complain about it then, because like
Yeah.
I'm giving you advice to do
Yeah.
it. And I'm not saying everyone should go and quit their job. I get it. Like you need money, but you can't. I'm not someone that you should actively complain about if you don't want solutions.
Right? Or even just even insight. Yeah, I definitely have a couple of people in my life that do that. And it's like, okay, well, but you can sit there and bitch and complain, or you can stand up and you can change the situation. Like that's completely up to you. And um and this again like comes back to like all like the people that are in your life are not necessarily bad people. They're just not in the right. We elevate, we grow, we rise above, right? Like that's our whole. I think that's the meaning of life, is just trying to become the best version of yourself as humanly possible, and that means outgrowing the people that aren't. I love this quote actually, is success, like the reason why they say like, or look at a Lamborghini and or a Maserati or whatever, look at an expensive sports car and then look at a bus. There's a reason why a Maserati only has two seats. It is lonely at the top because you outgrow those people, um and those situations, because you're elevating yourself. You're literally pulling yourself out of those situations, and those situations aren't bad. They're not negative. They're not, I mean, they can be if you put that energy to it, but they're not bad situations. It just depends on whether or not you say, this person, as much as I love them, is bitching and complaining about, not making enough money or not getting a raise or whatever have you. Am I going to entertain that situation? Am I going to distance myself because I feel better when I'm not in that situation? And most people are empathic, and can pick up, even through text messages, phone calls, you pick up that energy. And so if a friend is calling you and complaining about, not making enough money, well, then you're going to immediately start feeling like you're not making enough money, and therefore you're putting yourself and aligning yourself with that energy, and that's not good either.
Yeah,
So,
that's where I feel like I strive to, yeah, surround myself with people that are also like really, go-getters right now and that are hustling for their careers and really pushing forward, because I that's the moment that I'm in right now in my life, is that is what I'm trying to do, is really really elevate. And so I'm not going to be spending too much time with people that aren't trying to do that same thing. And nothing, I still love them. They're still going to be, my family and friends. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be surrounded by people that are also entrepreneurs, that are also trying to do big things, because that
yeah.
energy feeds into me and fuels me to be like, well, if they can do it, I can do
I
it.
can do. Yeah. And I'm definitely like, I mean, I feel like I actually love this camaraderie right now. God, I gotta stop using big words. I know what they mean. I just can't say them. Um, I love the dynamic right now between you and me, because right now, like, because I'm on the set, like I feel like you and I are on the same level and like want the same things, like with Tequila Talk Tuesday, and want to be able to push ahead. The difference is right now I am having, you are in a place where you are aligned, you're pushing, you're taking steps and actions, and in your business that is pushing you forward. And I'm right now in an emotional state where I've been doing the opposite, and I didn't really realize it until, just a little while ago, that I do things, I get frustrated because it's not going to plan, and then it's kind of like, well, that failed. You know what I mean? Like, it's instead of finding like a solution, even though I know that there's other solutions. So it's really it's I feel like, yeah.
Well,
And I
that's where
don't cut me out.
no, but that's where I feel like, with work relationships, like personal relationships, anything, it's a partnership, and recognizing it and knowing, I guess seeing that potential in the other person, and knowing that sometimes one person is going to feel, need more help. Sometimes, like in my relationship, there's some days where I feel like I need Pablo to like pump me up and like be my hype
Yeah.
man, and other times where I need to pump him up and give him the confidence. And I feel like it's the same thing with our relationship, is like, I told you, you have the ideas, you know what to do. It's just a matter of, you just need that someone like pushing you to
Yeah.
execute things. And so that's where I feel like it's a give and take, and just being mindful of that, of knowing people who are just going to be making excuses and doing nothing about it, and other people who, like you, are in the position of like feeling a little bit frustrated because you have so many things going on. But for me, like, my career is my focus. I don't have kids. I don't have anything crazy going on. So I can really take the time to focus on that, and I can pull you up until you get there.
Yeah. Well, and it's nice to, and you have to be willing to be able to do that with the other person. Like I definitely have been in situations where I have been the hype man, the pulling of people up, trying to, and they just like they're just friggin' dead weight or dead fish on a line and just won't move, won't do anything. And so I really feel like you have to make sure that that other person is like again like on the same level that you
Totally.
are. Hello. Hi. The movie paused. Oh my God. Do you want to come say hi? Come here.
Hey, this is perfect timing.
Right? Like this was a little come here. Come here. It's okay. So this is like my little
Hi.
monkey. You say hi. You say hi.
Hi.
Say hi. To you, Talk Tuesday family. Say hi.
My dad is working.
You're what?
My dad is working.
Your dad is working. Oh, okay.
It's fixing in the middle.
Yeah. See, and this is like this is actually I feel like this is
It's still great, but
this is kismet though because like this is like my reason for my business and like you know when we were talking about like what your definition of success is well
yeah,
yeah
Yeah.
getting to spend time with
yeah.
getting to spend time with my kids and my family and having that oh thank you that was very polite um getting to spend getting to spend time with my kids and getting to spend time with my kids and having that financial and time freedom. I mean, money's not everything. I really could give two shits about the money, but the money has a purpose, and the purpose is to give me the financial and time freedom. Ada, don't, please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't. Okay, stop.
And
So
that's
my
a wrap.
right? But yeah, like I think I encourage all of you, and I'm gonna challenge the people that do and are watching this to like really find your like find what energy serves you and what energy you actually want to be aligned with, and start seeking out those people. You know,
Yeah, and
and then
write
something.
down. Oh, she
Yeah,
likes tequila too, my mom. Yeah, and I feel like everyone should write down your accomplishments. Be proud of yourself and write down what success is to you so that you can have a
yeah,
clearer path in the direction that you're going.
yeah. Like yeah, exactly what you said. Like what does success mean to you? Does that mean $1 million? Great. Does that mean Louboutin shoes like in every color? Great. Does it mean does it mean having investments and being time free? Like, and then that's great. What? Does it mean a vacation from your family?
It
That's
just
what that
might.
means, right? Yeah, and
Awesome.
something I always tell my students too. I'll just kind of like leave it at this: is that like find 5 things, like even in your like your business, your life, that that you're extremely successful at, and focus on those. Like really put the positive energy into those. So
Totally. Totally. Well, that is a wrap. And next week, is it actually Cinco de Mayo next week? Is that what it
yeah,
is? I think it is.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
I am so excited. I will be posting lots of promo stuff leading up to that, so I'm excited.
Yes, yes. We are very like, and if you guys have any like questions or anything that you want to ask, like particularly our men, because our men are like, for like Jerry's been in
Construction
the
and real estate.
yes, home renovation. Let's put that like home
Yeah.
renovation questions. Yeah, and just being an entrepreneur in like a male sense, like that would just be I don't
And
know.
maybe what it's
I think
like to be attached to us.
yes. I think that would be very beneficial. Oh God, I don't even want to know what Jerry's answers will be.
We'll give him a few days.
Yeah, think. Be nice. Be nice. All right. We love all of you guys for hanging on with us. And the sound quality and the video quality was much better today, do we think? Yes?
No glitching.
Yay! I'm excited. Okay, well, we will see see everybody next Wednesday. We'll post a lot about it. What are we calling it? Tequila Talk Tuesday celebrates Cinco de Mayo, right?
On Wednesday.
Yes, on the Wednesday.
Yeah. We'll come up
Yeah,
with something catchy.
Wednesday. All right. Well, have a great night, Jenna, and I'll see you
See
when
you
I see you.
soon. See you.
Yeah,
See you Saturday.
See you Saturday.
See you
Okay.
Saturday. Bye,
Bye, guys.
everyone.
Bye.